Hmm. Look at that Chini background. Anyway, I'm done coping with that stupid ass glitch now. It sucks that I lost some of those progress, but they were nothing too grand anyway in the first place. I can live with them. From now on, I'm gonna be saving before I cook anything ever again in this goddamn mod. Nope, we're not loading those. Those are corrupted save files, potentially.
And the thing is, right, you can always go back and show us stuff through flashbacks, but it kind of doesn't matter anymore. Like, you've already shown us the end point. It doesn't really matter if you give me additional details.
You know what? I'll do the cooking right here.
Because now it's like reading a wiki. There's no emotional tension there anymore. I know that Mira gets his quirk back, and I know sort of how he feels and how Eri feels at the end of it. So all you can really give me now is extra fat that will be appreciated, but it won't change my opinion very.
Let me try wind bombing.
At least not in my case. Then there's the whole thing with Mr. Compress and his backstory regarding the King of Thieves. And it's also one of those things that just kind of comes completely out of nowhere. There is very little weight or really interest to this.
Nope.
Because the King of Thieves was one of those things that I had anticipated as well. I kind of wanted that to be a cool reveal, and I don't have a problem with Compress being his descendant. I have a problem with it being revealed this haphazardly and for it to only matter for 2 chapters. Because this isn't something like the Dobby reveal.
Genuinely good, useful weapon. Give it to me.
It just is a huge game changer to the world of My Hero Academia. Oji Harima's great-great-grandson or whatever being in the war means kind of nothing. It only really puts the Compress as to why he follows
it's a low tier version.
Why he feels compelled.
Oh, now that's a good weapon. Ah!
It's still very vague. And again, you've kind of given me the end point of this subplot already.
All hail the drill shaft.
That would make me somewhat enjoyable in the first place. So yeah, we can get flashbacks, we can get Compress talking about his past, but the slow build-up towards an actual triumphant moment and reveal is kind of gone.
Yes.
It just kind of goes to show how little, I guess, Ori cared for this subplot. But again, it just feels very weird because in the end, this reveal accomplishes almost nothing. And yeah, that's a huge shame. And I know that I've been very negative so far, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna probably continue being negative later on in this video, but let's go over some positives right now. The Villain Hunt arc, fucking awesome. Love it from top to bottom. Everything we've gotten about the Dobby situation and the Todoroki family, fantastic. Loved every little bit of it. I especially am such a fan of all the haunting imagery we've gotten of Endeavor, and as well as a fan of all the cool new designs and scenes we've gotten with Deku. I feel like he as a character was really missing these sort of rule of cool moments, you know? Like, I've always liked Deku, I always thought he was very inspiring, but as a character and as a visual presence on screen, he's always lacked that sort of gravitas that other shonen main characters have, and so I'm glad that we finally got an arc that was basically completely dedicated to doing that, to make him look as raw as possible, which is cool, for sure. I've already talked about his 6 quirks in another video, so I'm not gonna necessarily repeat myself, aside from saying that I still think their progression was unsatisfying and kind of stupid, but now that he has most of them, I'm okay with it. I don't sweat it anymore, it's kind of whatever. I also enjoyed Deku's return to UA. I thought it was a very heartfelt scene. I know some people are always very allergic to sincere, genuine, good vibes in My Hero, especially after the Villain Hunt arc. I think some people kind of trick themselves into thinking that raw Deku is now the norm, but no, My Hero is still fundamentally a very optimistic series. And so I am okay with how this went down. I'm even okay with the whole, we are the greatest heroes, we together. I'm fine with that. I think it goes well together with the message of My Hero. A lot of the story so far has been dedicated to constructing this idea that one man or one entity can be the guy to save everyone. See All Might. So I kind of just vibe with this as well. yeah, you have to work together. You have to be collective, of course, in order to continuously do good, because a single person can just not uphold that. It's not realistic. And people have called that, the power of friendship. And, well, it's a shonen manga. It's gonna eventually evolve its narrative into the power of friendship. It's inevitable. It's one of the easiest hashtag inspirational topics you can go into at the sort of age range that Shonen Jump is at. But it doesn't mean that it necessarily has to be bad. In fact, if the rest of My Hero Now is dedicated to showing how a group of 20 people can together lift up society, I think that's perfectly within what My Hero has established as its core message. The idea that society as a whole has to change, and that change cannot be brought about by a single person. It needs to be done in groups, basically. The return chapters do have a couple of weird things, however, like Uraraka having this really emotional moment where she essentially saves Deku from the mob, and then immediately falling asleep so that they can't have a character moment together. Like, I kind of get it, but also it feels really dumb. Like, it feels like Hori's trying to dance around having to have that conversation. Which is fine, or would be fine, if we weren't in what he keeps calling the final act. Like, what? Is the final chapter gonna be them being like, hey, we should talk, and then they go into a room and the series ends? Like, I feel like that would be very unsatisfying and inconclusive in a way. Like, I don't have a problem with ambiguity, but I think that if you're gonna include a romantic subplot in your story, for the love of God, actually include it. Don't just allude to it and have the fandom do the bulk of the work in their heads and their fanfics. As of right now, all the romance in My Hero exists in tiny text boxes, and it's very annoying because
I got you, babe.
Hero romance among these students because they're teenagers. Of course, they're gonna have an interest in each other. I think Uraraka and Deku are the best example of that, and I kinda can't believe that there are people who say shit like it's not intended, they're not supposed to be interested in each other when Uraraka literally says it, but hey, I'm not here to judge your headcanons. I just think some of you are really funny with how you put that. Then there's All Might and Deku's reunion after a very, very dramatic separation, which I've seen some people really be mad about, and I get it. I personally just don't care.
I forgot that fire hurts.
To me.
I thought I could do a cool Toho style dodging.
And the storyline will never go where I want it to go. Because if it were up to me, All Might would have died already. But the story seems to kind of be rewriting itself into not wanting to have him die, which personally I think makes for a weaker narrative, because I think that as much as you can stretch this idea of dying not physically, but dying mentally and emotionally, dying in the sense of seeing all that you've built crumble, as much as you can stretch that to its logical extremes, I think at some point, My Hero just has to pull the trigger and decide, okay, some things need to have consequences. Because so far, consequences in My Hero are few and far between, and many of them have now kind of become an afterthought more than anything else. Deku's arms, for example, after the war, should realistically have fallen off, and they haven't, despite it being established that he should be careful with them. But then he goes and fights so hard that his arms are in pieces, and the arc is just like, oh yeah, whatever, let's move on. And yeah, I'm not super happy with the fact that All Might's still kicking, but what can you do? But once I accepted that, the whole thing where their reunion is mostly a joke kind of just worked as well. Like, I don't mind either way anymore. To end on a higher note though, Stars and Stripes versus Shigaraki is maybe one of my favorite fights in My Hero Now, which I think is a hot take. I've seen people really upset with Stars and Stripes, and that she's too powerful and really shouldn't have been in the story. And I agree. I think her inclusion is a terrible idea.
Are you joking me?
But at the same time, I'm having so much fun with this fight, I really cannot be mad at it. Like, let's say this really is the end. We're really moving towards the finale of My Hero. Like, the editors are saying, let's take them by their word. Introducing a character like Stars and Stripes at hour 11 of your 12-hour story is very bad, because you kind of can't write her out of the story again in a way that feels satisfying, but at the same time, you have to write her out of the story, because she's A, too powerful, and B, way too important of a person within the fiction to just not matter for the rest of the story. The moment she was introduced, Hori basically created a paradox, a conundrum that he could not really escape. Either she stays in the story and defeats Shigaraki, which that's not gonna happen, let's be real. She stays in the story, survives Shigaraki, which, okay, fine, but then why did you have her fight Shigaraki in the first place? She stays in the story, survives Shigaraki, loses her quirk, okay, so she was just a plot device to power Shigaraki up. She stays in the story, and she doesn't lose her quirk, and she doesn't beat Shigaraki either and fucks off. Okay, pointless character. Or, she dies to Shigaraki and doesn't give him a power-up. Like, at that point, why did you even create her? There are so many possibilities, and all of them end in a bad inclusion. However, Hori has proved me wrong on this one, because the actual conclusion to her storyline is fairly cool. She does die, and she does lose her quirk, but her quirk is essentially turned into this weird parasite within Shigaraki that starts eating away at All for One, and that is a very, very cool solution to this problem. I still think My Hero would probably have been better off without introducing her, but, you know, once you've written something, you can't really keep worrying about unwriting it, right? Like, once she was in the story, Hori had to deal with her one way or another. And given that, I think the way he has dealt with her now is about as good as it could have been from the moment he introduced New Order as a pound. Speaking of, by the way, New Order is one of my favorite works so far. I love it. It feels like a stand ability more than it does at work. Now, as I'm recording this, we don't know how
it's pretty busted.
I'm recording this as the chapter where Shigaraki steals her quirk has just released. So, we'll just have to see where this goes. But, to, I guess, conclude, I want to say that I am overall okay with the current state of My Hero Academia. I wish we had more time with this story. I really hope the whole shit about the final act is a fake out, but I kind of don't believe it is. I feel like what's more likely is that we're genuinely at the end, which just feels weird. It feels like My Hero had such a strong streak going up until the war arc, and then afterwards you can just feel, both from the marketing and from the way Hori communicates about the story sort of in his tweets and in his author comments, there's this feeling of exhaustion in it. Like, almost like the story needs to end now because everyone involved in it just kind of wants it to be over, which I can't really understand or honestly even back up. Like, there's no source of anyone saying, hey, I'm tired of doing this shit. But it's just so bizarre that a story that was going so strong and doing so well for so long suddenly has these back-to-back reaffirmations about how it's definitely ending soon, despite the story honestly not being in a position to end. Like, I'm guessing this whole New Order parasite situation is gonna be how Shigaraki gets beaten in the end. Or at least how he gets weak enough for our characters to beat him again. Because currently, before he absorbed New Order, Shigaraki was basically unbeatable. And you kind of got to wonder, how is Deku supposed to live up to him within the short time span we have? And I guess the final thing I want to say is that you can absolutely observe a shift in writing style around the midway point of the war arc. Whether it has to do with the editor
Did
or
you want to eat her hair?
Life, I don't know. But there's a distinct shift towards what I call hype writing, where you don't necessarily put as much time into build-up as much as you just, pull the trigger on as many cool events as possible. We have got the reveal that Miura got his quirk back. We have the King of Thieves. We have Stain back in the story. Oh my god, is that Overhaul? Oh no, Overhaul's gone again. Oh my god, Shigaraki, he's fighting in the air against the American superhero. Oh no, the American superhero is dead. Like, there's so much here now. where it just feels like Hori is banging out one high note after another. And sometimes it works because it has the groundwork and the legs to stand on, and other times, like with the mirror reveal, it ends up feeling like a very premature thing that should really not have happened yet. So yeah, that's sort of my biggest issue with the manga right now. It feels like it's being written by a different person at times, and that's sad. This is not to say that I don't like my favorite one. I still like it very, very much. I still get hyped for it pretty much every week. It's just that the issues that start to accumulate, and one really has to wonder what's happening behind the scenes. But that's a topic for a different video. Watching and also dropping by. As always, it's a great pleasure to make these videos for you, and also as always, a great thank you to all of our patrons who should be on screen right now. A special thank you to Daniel Garcia, Pitchney, Cini, Victor Perez, Cesar Londono, Gio, James Tate, Eros,
Eaton's Twist Cube. How to play. The object of this single-player puzzle game is to unscramble the cube so that all 6 sides of the twisted cube only contain one color. Scramble the cube by rotating the faces in random directions. Once all the colored squares are adequately mixed, you must now rotate and twist the cube to manipulate it however you like until all the sides of the cube are a single color. You may not disassemble or damage the cube in any way. Because of the unique shape of this cube, it is a little harder than you might expect.
Why is my inventory still not full? Am I not using the graphics pack? No, I am using item limiter. Huh.
From her introduction, you know everything you need to know about Toph Bayfrog. A tiny girl with a loud mouth who has the power to back up her words. She is fierce, incredibly gifted and talented, and not to mention the greatest earthbender in the world. To the team, she gives them added edge, power, and muscle that I think they desperately needed. While I believe the Storm kickstarted Avatar into greatness, it's not far-fetched to believe that the Blind Bandit episode and the Blind Bandit herself gave them confidence that would allow her to soar to new heights. This edition brought a fresh and unique perspective. From the tragic stories of the Aeronomat genocide and the war-torn Southern Water Tribe, Toph is wealth and privilege. In her early design and in her name, as she is the only character with a last name. But the Beifong's daughter is rather straightforward. She is tough, strong, and stubborn, much like her element. And unfortunately for her, her blindness has shaped her entire life. Toph doesn't let her disability define her, but her parents have let her blindness define their daughter. With that, everything she has done, all of her improvements in regards to her earthbending ability, is to prove that she can be more than a helpless girl. Because there is no way that the most talented earthbender in the world can be helpless. Through her work, Toph shows her understanding of bending as a whole. She understands that earthbending requires a certain mindset and mental fortitude, to think like an earthbender, and to attack problems head-on and at first. But aside from her abilities, Toph is coddled and monitored because of her blindness. And her father says it clearly.
She is blind and tiny and helpless and fragile.
And while they seem to have the good intention of any parent to protect their child, when she flexes her powerful bending, becoming even more protective. And through the blind bandit's whole life, that is how it's always been. She is so shielded from the world that even in her 12 years of life, she hasn't even made a single friend. And by way of that, Toph becomes someone who yearns for freedom, to be her own person, and she desperately craves independence. All of this has created Toph's hardened exterior, because while she wants that autonomy, she searches for people like her for who she is, not to pity her, and this makes her defensive as she is in the chase, taking Katara's request for help as a game. Further, through Toph's screwy moments, burping and spitting and other hygienic choices, it's always seen as her going against what she has been forced to do in life, which is to be a primitive mother daughter. Wealthy blind daughter of big uncles who has her. Toph's journey is interesting, as she loves to be free and independent. Her journey is based on the way she is able to interact with those around her. Her story is about trust and friendship. Instead of her upbringing and overall demeanor, it takes Toph a few bumps and bruises, as well as a life-changing cup of tea with Iroh.
Why are you there?
Being held is okay if it's not your love. And through this understanding, Toph begins to explore what friendship truly means. Classically say, friendship is about vulnerability and trust. While we all know Toph we see that confidence while she doesn't know what she looks like, she has trust in Katara's honesty, which is medicine to show her Toph. In the way she is attacking Katara, that she left her to find. And here, Toph is and to face the pain that she has by the end of the runaway, that she opened herself up to
Aha!
Sokka, but also to Katara, marking two significant moments where she felt she could open up to someone else. Physically, she has trusted her friends as she holds on to Aang and Sokka when there are no stable surfaces around. But in the runaway, she begins to trust them emotionally. She felt that she could be vulnerable and still feel safe. Moments where she isn't the blind bandit, but Toph, the 12-year-old girl. And these moments are Toph learning friendship. Because I think that a friend is all she ever needed. She was given 3 that loved her for all that she is. And as her first friend was the Avatar, when she asks,
Do you really think friendships can last more than one lifetime?
Aang reassures her that they will be friends forever. That reassurance is what Toph needs. Despite her hardened exterior, what impresses me the most about the Blind Bandit isn't her skill. Though she is the greatest earthbender in the world, Toph is also compassionate and caring. Towards Iroh, she tells him that he should tell Zuko that he needs her too. But towards Zuko, when she was quick to accept him in the group, and later assuring him that he has redeemed himself in his uncle's eyes. Further, look at her improvements in her sandbed after Appa was taken in the desert. This is a girl who cares, even if she doesn't know how to show it. When you consider who she travels with, she never looks down on her peers. That's because she knows exactly how it feels.
Oh,
It is my
Line
pleasure.
shows how she's trying to grow. She is. First, I can't forget the baddest outfit of all, Kyoshi. That's what she uses from the beginning. I like the power and influence that most of all human all of them. Conventional or non-conventional, because there isn't one type. The sheer representation of complex, well-written women, even to this day, is few and far between, and Avatar excels at it. To close off Toph's story, and to quote Sokka, I'm so glad they added Toph to the team.
Yeah, let's break some rules!
are you alright there, Mr. Cowsman? Okay, you're definitely alright. Which means I'll have no regret doing this. Ah! Maybe I will regret doing this. Aha! Ores are for mining! Oh, I thought drill shafts were supposed to deal bonus damage. Hello there. Critical hit. Dang it, this is the last thing I wanted. No, target the Guardian! No! My batteries! I should have changed weapons. I'll keep going.
My daughter is blind. She is blind and tiny and helpless and fragile.
Who is Toph Beifong? Toph is tough, helpful, fun. She's the daughter of the wealthy Beifongs, and Toph is the most powerful earthbender in the world. She also invented metal bending. Toph is a 12-year-old girl. Oh, and Toph is blind. We watched Toph at her strongest and most powerful, Toph at her happiest, and we also saw her at her lowest and weakest. And sometimes a Toph
I want
just
to
right
steer.
in there. When we first meet the blind bandit, it is quickly established that she is blind. That's it. She tells us about it. The characters don't sit there doubting her ability or sit there and disbelieve the story to us, and the show goes on as it should. And from Aang, Katara, and Sokka, that's the only reaction they have. That's it. They move on to see Toph as her own person, their own identity. This reaction contradicts Toph's parents' view. Toph's parents see her disability as an immense courage. They see Toph not as a girl who has hopes and dreams and abilities, but as this girl, as their daughter who is blind. And this is reflected by the way her existence as her daughter of the Beifongs is hidden. Because they believe that they will find out that their daughter is blind. They may try to hurt her or them. In its books, we learned why Toph is the way she is, why she acts the way that she does. We learned that her parents treated her in a way that is very overprotective and has stripped her of her own agency, which causes her to feud with Katara later on. Toph doesn't want to be told what to do and where to go. She craves freedom. Her discovering metal bending was more than just learning a new bending art. It was innovation and it wasn't that very freedom. But Toph is more than just a blind girl. Now I want to look at Tay. Tay was only shown a few times in the series. Tay is the air warrior. The people who reside in the Northern Air Temple. They fabricated sometimes in the sky. Taking the airbenders before them. And Teo carries the spirit of the airbenders inside of him, as he is playful and very talented with his glider that he and his father built. In addition to being an aerial ace, Teo is a brilliant mechanist, as he has built his own glider, and the second time he encounters Aang, he supplies the Avatar with a brand new glider. Also, due to a flood that occurred in his home village when he was young, Teo was paralyzed from the waist down, but Teo is more than just a guy in a wheelchair. And third, let us look at Ming Hua in the Legend of Korra series. Ming Hua is a member of the Red Lotus, a group of benders and non-benders
Whoa!
who follow the anarchist-like philosophies of their
I was doing something else, I wasn't paying attention, I didn't notice there was a fucking guardian.
Ming Hua, when not fighting, is very laid back and has a sarcastic, crude humor along with her. But Ming Hua always defends her team no matter what cause. She is also a very ferocious waterbender, who was once captured by the likes of Sokka, Tanrak, and Fire Lord Zuko. And she always found new innovative ways to waterbend. She was amongst the deadliest members of her team when it came to individual combat due to her aggressive style of waterbending
Why am I all the way back
and her
here?
effective use of ice.
I
In
didn't touch my
addition, her
checkpoint.
swift mobility in combat. Also, Ming Hua doesn't have any arms. Instead, she uses waterbending to create water tendrils as arms, and uses them so efficiently in combat.
You know what,
Ming
this
Hua is more than just a woman without arms.
is
And
fine.
finally, Korra. Korra is the Avatar. A headstrong, brash, but passionate. Korra has been through a lot. A bloodbender, a spiritbender, an airbender, and a metalbender. These are tasks that Korra had to face in her life. But that airbender, who was Zahir, damaged Korra the most, not only physically but mentally as well. Korra suffered through depression, PTSD, and Korra was once injured to the point where she could not walk, needing a wheelchair. And this wheelchair stripped Korra's thoughts and her identity. But Korra was more than her temporary disability. She may not have thought that she was when she was injured, but she was. Now, disabilities have shaped their lives and their experiences. Toph specifically has insecurities about it. She has anger towards the people around her about it when they try and help her because of those experiences. And Iroh teaches her that not everybody sees her only as disabled. She has friends that love and care about her, and that helping her, asking her if she needs help, isn't because of the fact that she's blind, but rather because she's loved. Toph being blind is written as an addition to her character, and it is one of the things that makes her so powerful. Because she can't see, her aesthetic is improved and she has a seismic sense. Toph waits and listens. It adds a layer to her personality and her perspective on the world. She treats people as the way that they should be treated, not for the way they look, but how they treat others and how they treat her. These characters need to be treated like real people. Mostly, these characters have to be treated like other characters. They need to have lives, likes and dislikes, challenges and breakthroughs. It is also worth noting that when writing disability, you cannot dismiss the fact that they are disabled. In The Last Airbender, they do not run around and act like Toph can see. Rather, they face it head on, making jokes about it, bringing it to light. But they never focus on it. It is never a main focal point of an episode or for her. These characters need to be well-rounded. Their entire persona cannot be based around the fact that they are disabled. If this is the case, you create a character simply because you are trying to fill a box or a quota. They have to be dimensional. If you are going to put your viewer in a different perspective, in their perspective, you have a duty to do it properly.
I mean, seriously, what's with you people? I'm blind!
I remember that scene in Legend of Korra where Toph asks her children to hand her the legal police documents of a crime one of her children committed, and then she tears it apart. And I was like, and they were so surprised with it, not just because what she's doing is covering a crime up, but also the fact that she even did it at all. Like, what else was she supposed to do? She's blind, she can't read documents anyway. I'm gonna buy those frogs. I am Speed. There's something I'm after in Satori. Whoops. I'm... No way. No freaking way. Reflector died. No! No! How could this happen to me? Oh hey, Pixelriff's Empire's SMP. You know what, I'll watch season 2. I'll start at episode 16. Why not? I was already watching Hermitcraft, but like, what's another SMP series, you know? And also, right, I wondered what, it's just that picture. We have stealth.
Now this is an unusual sight. This is a genuine piece of this server's prehistory, because this is Ollie's base, and Ollie was on this server and had killed the dragon seemingly before the rest of us, and has built the server's first mega base. Now this is kind of a conundrum for me, because I think he's probably going to come back and he's going to tear this thing down, he's going to build some kind of massive, like, for real construction, but I think the server's first mega base
really just ran up and killed him.
Preserving? If
Wow.
that makes sense. So what's he got here? He's got a little bed, he's got a bunch of resources. I mean, look at he's got so many ender pearls. How did he do all of this? Right, like an actual speed run. This is kind of incredible stuff. He's even got some ancient debris in here. I'm like, dude, this guy really, really went for it. I basically see it as my duty, as a historian at this point, to make sure that this base survives. Given that it was the first thing that was built on the server, that makes perfect sense to me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it all into this bundle, but I brought a couple of shulker boxes. I've taken a bunch of screenshots so we can make an accurate historical record of what was in each of these chests. There's 29 coal in this furnace, we'll need to record that. And then I'm going to pack everything into these shulker boxes and try and reproduce everything in its entirety at a place where it can be preserved for all time. And then I just need to quickly make a wooden axe, making a quick selection using my holographic imaging tool, and this build can take up its rightful place, preserved forever as part of the server's history. And with it all safely secured in my ender chest, I better make my way out of here before the locals catch me.
Oh yeah. That's a permanent
This
upgrade,
bridge and
isn't
I
it? My
have
spear.
unfinished business. As you can probably tell from the fact that there is still a massive hole on this side with nothing much going on. And I've been debating what to do about this for a little while. I was thinking about just doing a straight ramp down there, but I don't know if I like the shape of that, to be quite honest. but it needs something here. The bridge needs to feel complete. It's felt incomplete for a while. I still need to do a little bit of work around here.
Hello.
I've got to finish off the bases of some of the pillars out there in the lake, and I want to do a bit of stuff around the outside of the lake here to kind of, you know, work on the history of this lake in general. But there's so much history and so little time.
They're not the same, but I'll get
So what I
revenge.
think we're at least going
All
to do
the
here,
same.
to start off with, is take care of this second ramp to the bridge. And
Whoa,
frankly,
wow.
we're just going to mirror the first one. I like the design of this enough. We're not going to do the fountain on this side, but I like the design on this side enough that we're probably just going to mirror it on the opposite side here, giving this almost like three-pronged, trident-like look to the bridge as it approaches the gatehouse over here. The good news is I still have my schematic here for the Great Bridge approach,
Revenge
the on-ramp, as I've been
was
thinking of it. And the
obtained.
coolest part is, with the free cam mod, I can even get up here and position it like so. I'm sort of playing like a sim game at this point. It's kind of like playing,
I
I
still
don't know,
need one
Stardew Valley
core.
or Age of Empires, trying to figure out exactly where this stuff goes. But this is one of the
With
tools I've been
randomized chess,
using.
there's no
First to design the
any
orchard over there with the front
knowledge
lights,
I
but
know
also
about where I can
to
find
make
a
sure that
treasure.
stuff like this gets
It's
into
worthless.
position nice and easily. So with a couple more clicks that way and one or two more this way, there we go. Our new approach ramp, our second on-ramp is all lined up. And this terrain over here has kind of intersected the
I
ramp,
found
so
it.
I kind of like the idea actually that the terrain has shifted over time, and without people to clear the dirt and stuff off, there's a landslide or something has come over the top of the bridge here. So that's going to work out pretty well. It will make it look significantly different from the other side where I have cut away the terrain there in order to make room for it. I think we need to at least get this taken care of before we do anything else today. So as always, back in my own body here, I think we're going to do this in the form of a time lapse.
Learn too slow. Oh well. I shall treasure ya. I'll get her registered in the... Actually, I'm going to Satori. I don't know. I think I'll name her Lily. The pure white reminds me of a lily. Also Ender Lilies. Been a while since I played that. I will complete the New Game Plus playthrough. I kinda missed this time-lapse song from Pixel. Pop, 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 pop. I forgot what this genre is called, but I like it. I just call it EDM, I guess. That's a broad descriptive term for all. I'm not gonna bother with dealing with you being a bitch. I'm gonna get a fuck ton more apples anyway, since I'm going here. No, eat them. Eat them. Eat them. What are you doing? Lily? Fine, the hard way it is then. Some tough love seems to be necessary with your line of horses. Just like Zelda's, eh? There's plenty of abundant natural resources here.
Stranger.
I won't be killing anything, obviously.
Sorry about that.
Mr. Satori is watching. Kinda rude for me to do something like that.
You had a dodo,
I guess. He doesn't bite, don't worry. He's very friendly.
I'm only here to pick up some mushrooms.
so you know. Scary.
You
Breaking into germs and wildlife, yes?
Anyway, as long as he doesn't decide to jump off the side of the
They
bridge
should be
here,
fine
I
to
think we'll be
take.
good. So,
Yeah.
you're stocking the balloon. You're getting some
I
iron.
am. Yes, and also come have a look. Guess what else is here too?
Oh, books. Are you selling books?
I am. Yeah, they're in the shop box still right now. So yes, books and iron.
Amazing.
And now you've got.
I am so in need of mending books. You have no idea. My shovel and my sword are both kind of on their last legs right now. So if you've got some mending
Yeah. That
A bloopy.
Yeah, in that one. I'm sure you can find some in there. If you're interested.
books. Yes. Oh, yeah. Right. I trade frog lights mostly. Are you interested in frog lights?
I mean, I haven't used one yet, but I'd be happy up for that.
Excellent. If I can get 3 mending books, you can give me a stack of each, and you can figure out which ones you like.
That would be fantastic.
If you want to come over to the, I've got a frog farm over here. Well, kind of an orchard more than a farm. But if you want to stop by, I can show you the setup.
Yes.
I'll have to leave you here for now.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll follow you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna be speeding ahead, but it's just up here on the left. You've got wings of
The
your own.
resources
which is
I
what this
need
dodo
are-
has, so maybe you can
Oh
Yeah,
my.
I mean, I have wings, but then I feel like I'm just gonna fly all the
I
time.
have 3 left.
Oh, I know Winchester's got a decent turn of speed.
Oh,
I'll
fuck.
catch up.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Dang. Okay.
So, welcome to the ancient capital. This isn't exactly my empire, more that I'm rebuilding one from the past. So none of this really. I don't really know what's going on here, to be quite honest with you. I'm just kind of rebuilding stuff where I see it. But over
You and me
here,
both.
And your character in here.
totally. Over here is the Froglight orchards, because Froglight farms out in the center of the Nether, and the Nether's all painful. I figured, why not start growing them here in the overworld? So I've got a little bit of a farming setup going on, and if we hop on down here, it's probably safe to plug down.
I was gonna say.
I might leave the chest around.
Yes. I was gonna say, is he gonna just fall down?
And I
He's
forgot
not gonna fall down.
I didn't put my lighter on before I did that. That's my bad. It's all good. Luckily, I don't need feather polish. I'm sort of use mending, and probably need mending for my legs now as well.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I actually don't have falling on either, but it's something I need to get pretty quickly.
Yeah, good plan. At least you've got the resources to do that.
Yes, sure.
So this is where the rest of the dodos are hanging out. The smaller one, I've invented a hoverbird. I think he's still keeping his legs hidden until he's grown
Should
up.
have taken a picture of
Yeah,
Durians.
they're freaking out right now because I've probably got carrots.
If it wasn't obvious, that's what I'm trying to find.
So
There's an area here with an abundance of them.
I can hand over to you, and
Very nice.
you can get some juicy achievements as well.
Yeah, some very loud achievements.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Or
So
those
if you
towel
want
clothes.
to dabble with a few of those, if you like something you want to build with, and there is plenty more where that can go. So if you're interested in any of them in the future, I can absolutely give you.
Sweet, I will definitely be back, and the orchard was lovely.
Yeah, thank you. There's one tree at the back there that I'm tempted to just leave as a stump because I didn't have enough resources to build the rest of the tree. But yeah.
It just hasn't grown yet, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
One day.
I'm growing it up from a seedling. And this whole thing is
Yeah.
going to end up being more overgrown and everything anyway, because the idea is it's been abandoned for a while, so I'm kind of tending to it, but in like a nature documentary kind of way where I don't interfere too much.
Well, it looks great so far, so yeah, look forward to seeing how it develops.
No, I'm looking forward to it. And I shall have to pay you a visit at some point, because the iron, the books, it's got me all very intrigued about what you're building over there on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, well, I haven't started just yet, properly, but yeah, I'm not too far from you, so
Alright.
you're welcome to visit any time, I guess.
Thank you, I'll make my way over sometime, but
I'll catch you later.
best of luck. Oh my goodness, finally. I've basically been waiting to meet Fultz so that I can get hold of some more mending stuff on my gear. I got mending from villager trading a little while ago, but I also just wanted an excuse to go and see Fultz, and I think I'm going to be making good use of that bookshop from now on. So we need to mend the leggings. Oh, finally, that's so good. It's going to cost me so many levels, though. The Silk Touch Shovel needs a lot of levels, but this sword is on 168 durability, which I don't normally let it get to.
Yo,
Finally, alright,
what?
I need to go and pay a visit to an XP farm somewhere, or maybe trade with
Sure.
some villagers, get my levels back up, and then we can enchant that shovel and have no more worries about that.
Oh, this looks nice.
So we return to what I got up to at the beginning of this episode. We need to rebuild Ollie's mega base at my museum. The perfect place to preserve it for time, and I have preserved all of the materials that we used in Ollie's Mega Base and all of the stuff that he had in those chests in my shulker boxes down there for actually quite a while. You know how long it takes Ollie to make an episode? But basically, I've been keeping this in storage, and now I think it's the perfect time to unveil my new exhibit, which actually fits really well.
I'm more surprised the crafting mod works with the randomized chests.
All rendered in
Dark
already,
Army
and it
Resurrection
fits
using.
perfectly amongst my other exhibits. A genuine, bona fide Minecraft Mega Base here in my museum in the ancient capital. What? And of course the floor around it was sand because it was on a beach, so I might actually come back in and beachify some of the rest of it. But this box right here is all of the materials that he used to build this base, and we are going to reconstruct them with painstaking precision, which I'll be quite honest, did not take very long at all, but we do still need to get the signs in here as well, so let's put those in here. Ah, perfect. That is everything for the outside, at least. And of course on the inside, yeah, I did end up taking this schematic after I'd just turned all of the chests into shulker boxes, but I took screenshots, remember? So we have absolutely everything of the interior inventory all figured out as well. And so it is with pinpoint accuracy that we're able to recreate Ollie's entire inventory of weird stuff like kelp and orange beds. And it is my belief that through recreating these in their exact formations, we maybe get an insight into the mind of why somebody would put 4 ink sacs there in this chest, otherwise one and one pink eye. The chest to the right.
Maybe he just really stuck with organizing like Grian.
3 eggs in this slot here and 2 eggs in that slot there, with the mangrove cockadule nested in between. Can we truly understand the mind of a man who would put 1 furnace here and yet 1 furnace here, with 3 candles on top of it, even though there's a torch there and furnaces emit light? Having recreated them in their glory, can we ever truly understand why he chose to put these 2 blocks of wool here and not over here on the opposite side of the room with the other wool? Perhaps some of these mysteries will remain forever unanswered, but here we are, surrounded by a perfect recreation of Ollie's Mega Base at its height. And finally I can reuse these 7 shulker boxes for something. I shall have to start charging admission for this. And yes, I know what some of you lot are going to say. You probably already left the comments by now, but at this point in the video, if you left a comment saying, oh, this is probably kind of like stealing, which is something that the British Museum and other museums across the world have done for ages, stealing from the indigenous people of a certain area whilst not really giving any regard to their repossession of artifacts that belong to original cultures, and that's a really bad thing that people should absolutely be making reparations for, then, you know what, yeah, you're probably right. But to be honest, look at what I've made in the meantime. It's a fantastic Mega Base of his own, which really is deserving of the title of the Mega Base. He's got this fantastic little watching the latest video. There's only 2 of them. It'll take you split seconds to catch up on his episodes, but yeah, I think honestly we did a good fun with this thing. And if he wants his chests back, well, to be honest,
I've always thought museums took their stuff via donations.
Once I've dropped off all of these shulker boxes in a place where I'm probably going to forget about them, and once I've cleaned up all of the eggs off of the side of this
archaeologist?
The chickens up here are an absolute menace and keep leaving eggs everywhere, and I think that might even be, I mean, it's probably
Here's
not
a
part of the reason
song
why
I
I'm getting
rarely
lag
hear.
problems these days, but I did get a really weird lag spike from the server about half an hour ago, so I kind of want to make sure that these chickens aren't the cause of it. And to be honest, I don't know
be easier if I had a map.
is really going to have caused that, but you never know. But anyway, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that's been happening on the Great Bridge, and I'm not going to look at this one too closely because I don't know if I've shown in the video yet, but it's pretty obviously Pirate
I'll
Joe's
leave
statue, so
Satori
go check out
alone.
Joey's
I
videos
don't
when you got a
need
second.
him.
This one I'm pretty sure has been shown in a video now. This is Fwip's Goblin statue.
I found
Of
it.
course he's got Wither Roses on one side of it, but look at this. Goblan Pork. Hungry? Have a free snack. Goblan Pork. Yes, amazing. Okay, there's copper in here. I feel like that's probably false trading. Some of it, right? That could be a false thing. Okay, well I guess I'll probably read some farmlands.
Should have known this wouldn't be easy.
Leave any in the chest? No, it doesn't look like I have. Okay, well I'll have to pick up some of those again. What is this? Looks like a lizard. There's stuff around. She left a couple of boats around here, so maybe she should tidy up on. I really need to get rid of these eggs, so I'm just going to throw them all into these things. And it looks like none of them hatched either, which is good, so we won't have any more chickens just laying eggs everywhere, except... Do I still hear one? Somebody's doing something weird. They're probably in the middle of where we're going to wrap up this episode of Empires. I've got a lot of things to do, like a bunch of stuff that I want to build, especially some stuff that I'm going to be working for a couple of people. So sorry the videos have been few and far between, but trust me, you're going to like what's coming next. But from me, Winchester, and this statue of the Angel of Life and Death that watches over us all, thank you so much for watching this episode of Empires. My name has been Pixelrips. Don't forget to leave a like.
Alright, so I lied. I did do a little bit of deforestation.
Take care. Bye for now.
But this was collateral damage, okay? I was defending myself from some monsters. The trees were merely collateral. You can't blame me. Except for that one I did that on purpose. Was there really only ever 10? I sworn there was way more, but whatever. 10's plenty. My god, what's up with the ice keys? The next best area of Satori. Okay, yeah, I admit it. I came here for mass deforestation. Oh god. Ah. You guys are the bad guys here, but you guys are actually protecting this place right now. I'll leave here, actually. Right, there's a Stalnox, there's a Lily. I remember that cave, I'm getting close. Ow! Come on! What did I do apart from hurt the fauna of this place? Okay, a lot of the fauna. Damn, really? Let me binge all 15 other available episodes of Season 2. Why not?
In a long lost age, before Red began, our world was built by titans. Beings of impossible size whose bodies fell to earth and became the biomes we know. Their bones became the rocks, shaped into vast caverns by the arches of their ribs. Their blood ran downward into the darkest depths of the world, imbuing it with untold riches, magic, and danger. And from their fallen forms, civilization flourished.
Lovely to see you still here.
Tells a story of its own. The Titans were forgotten as their successors began to shape the land to their own desires. Great cities were founded, rose, warred with one another, and fell. Alas, history is told by the victors that none of them emerged victorious. Just like the Titans before them, they vanished. Soon enough, new nations would rise to take their place. Perhaps it is our destiny too to one day vanish. But until then, there are still secrets of the past here. It's here that our tale truly begins. Around a campfire, as we story while many of these stolen leaders are looking towards the future.
Y'all are menaces.
Hey! Hello! We're back!
Empire, that's not me, say that now. Did I do good?
Lily,
Yeah, solid.
don't panic, Lily.
There's an empty seat. Whoever will we use to fill this seat? We can't have just 11 of us. This is crazy. This is madness.
True. We need an even number. If only there was someone there.
Have apple? Why? I'm too picky, huh, Lily?
Welcome. Join us at the campfire.
I like your shirt.
Fuck.
Maybe not.
Oh! One of you's gonna have to change before the end of the season.
Welcome to Empire.
Okay, all great to meet you. Now we go to war? Run away.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Good luck, everybody.
Well, as expected, the first group recording of the season turned into absolute chaos. Welcome back, folks. It's been a minute. Season 2 of the Empires, and you might be wondering how come I already have some pretty cool stuff. We got a bundle with a whole bunch of neat little items in there. We're about to use some of those to make some of our first diamond tools and diamond stuff on the season. I've been setting up a little bit here. I was actually on the server a couple of days before most of the others were. The server was set up earlier than most people were able to log in, or most people wanted to log in, so I decided to hop on and just do some simple stuff first of all, just set up this wheat field and everything. But once we started going, once we got that group recording session together, I had the itch to go caving and get some diamond stuff. I reached out to the other folks on the server just in case anybody had some spare time on their hands and wanted to do their first caving in that way. And, you know, some people... Hello. Oh my god.
Dang
I'm
it.
trying to get so close.
Are you here to raid my wheat field, my poor little...
I mean,
Lily.
I could use steel food. Actually, I mean, I could make some mud bricks out of that. Yeah, that'd be great.
You got all kinds of options for the wheat field, it's a good start.
Hi!
Hi, how you
I'm on a
doing?
quest to get geared up.
Oh.
Have you done any good caves? Mine is mortified. It's a little scary out there.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I got some gear already, but I definitely want to get my hands on some diamonds. I don't want to be stuck with the iron phase too long. There's one kind of over there. You see where the nether portal is on the bridge there? There is a little pool in here, and then it drops off in a big way.
I really need some iron, because I don't even have iron armor yet.
Honestly, if we can find a huge iron vein, we'll be good for a while, though. Let me see how much iron we can
Oh, yeah.
It's
It's so long since I've done early game Minecraft.
I know, and this is why I wanted to...
Yeah, I believe cores are like one in every.
Each other's backs, it actually feels relatively safe, considering that what we're dealing with right here. I'm gonna grab a bit more coal and because I need
Oh god.
So I went to get copper and there was one piece.
it still
I
feels
thought I was
basic
fast
for
enough.
Copper, but hey, new season, new rules, right?
Copper King who?
Yeah, don't know that guy. I was expecting it to go lower than this, but it seems like it's pretty flat from this point.
Maybe we just grab up all the coal in here, pick this stuff up, and then we move on. Because we're loaded on torches.
Sounds like a great
I got
idea.
a whole stack of logs, so I feel like I'm gonna totally load up on copper and use
Where did Lily go?
Hey, the other
There
great
you
use of
are.
the bundle, stuff like Glow Lichen, I always grab 1 or 2 of it, and then I can just stash that and Glow Meal as much as I want to.
Lily's such a problem girl. What the hell?
Yeah, I got some shears. I can chuck you some Glow Lichen. I got 2. I can give you 1. Takes up less room in the bundle though.
my one glow lichen and my one gunpowder in the bundle.
Oh yeah, no it does. Oh, this one does.
There's a little offshoot right back there that goes down pretty far too. Oh yeah, wait, what's down here? Oh yeah, follow that water down.
Nice, nice, okay. Yeah, no, this is looking solid. Promising. There's a little bit more iron down here, which we may as well. Oh, no. Oh, it takes a right turn. Unexpected, and this goes down to a mine shaft. Okay.
Whoa, okay,
Yeah, the iron was a trap. The iron was a trap the whole time.
I almost fell for that too. Okay, don't die. Step 1, no dying.
I'm going to be taking notes, I think. Does a redstone as well. First redstone of the season.
Oh, so it begins.
It does.
So it begins.
I never thought I was going to be the kind of guy who'd get excited by finding redstone in Minecraft. But you know what? It's happened to me.
I don't know if it's that, but I consider you a technical player now.
I mean, what? That's the weirdest part of all of this to me.
I don't know how you got there, but you did it. You somehow you did it.
Oh, okay. Just spotted something a little bit skulky in the bottom of the cave, so we...
A little skulky?
Yeah.
Okay, so we be careful. Oh, but I don't die!
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, and this opens out. This really opens out. The battle horn. That's the YOLO horn.
Oh wow! Oh, everything's on fire!
Oh my gosh! No! Oh,
Everything's off. It should be burning.
it must have started burning before the settings were even set.
Oh, I see some shriekers.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near those right now. I brought a hoe with me just in case, and it's honestly not a bad source of XP for like.
Yeah. Smartest move. I never claimed to be a smart Minecrafter.
Oh, I see my first diamond. I'm going for those. They are down here by the lava, but you know.
Okay.
I don't take my chances.
I didn't even see mine. I was breaking open an iron thing, and then all of a sudden there's diamonds behind
Gotta
it.
There's
love
4 here. There's at
the
least
loading
4. Heck yeah.
zones. Sometimes.
So happy, so happy. One more, and I can honestly say I came away from this with 4. For real though, the block is down there. I'm not seeing any struggles, but it looks larger than I can see from here. Basically.
Well, the problem is even if
No.
we're all right, all that means is we get 2 shot versus 1 shot.
Why?
I'm not even worried about the water things.
Oh. Oh!
Dig up on this one. You know I'm making some use of some skull sensors.
Get away!
I'm coming to you many times. I have many traps. I mean, redstone traps that were defined that I don't know how to do. But I just have one to do. Exactly. I was just jumping ahead of myself. I was gonna slowly...
Lily, where did you go?
Oh, I think I remember. Oh no, I can turn around and run away.
You know they can hear that that happens, right?
Professional!
Just gonna stay.
Save one. Oh, there's
stay-
nothing in here.
Oh, good. Okay, well, there could be stuff behind the walls. That's the other thing. I've seen situations where there is stuff behind the walls.
Oh, you need silk touch to pick these up.
Yeah, you need silk touch. Ideally on a hoe, but on anything will do it. Yeah, may as well get the XP.
I was gonna say, this is how we get to level 30.
Yeah.
I make the diamond hoe as my first diamond tool.
Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh my goodness, okay. Right, be careful there.
Oh!
Because there's definitely
Yeah,
some
that's
shrinkers
down there. That's a shrieker for sure. I think we start climbing up. That breaking that mine shaft sounds like a great idea.
That's
Yeah.
I've been saying.
Just one
And then I can begin my Glowberry Empire. Is that what it's going to be for you? Is the Glowberry Empire?
Oh yeah. The cave empire only exports blueberries.
Yeah, I think we head up this waterfall and we explore some of these burning platforms.
Yeah, that seems like a really safe bet.
You said fire spread was off, right? What's the worst that can happen?
Oh yeah. No, we're all good. It won't go anywhere. Why do I just want to sit here and gather up all of these chains?
the chain love is real.
Doing it. Nothing can stop me. Except the fact that the chain fell down with shit.
Yeah, and the creeper behind you.
Stop me!
Yeah. Well, time to save that stuff from the fire. And unfortunately, the fire is not helping a great deal with the fact that there's a cave spider spawner down there. So, I guess it's time for Plan B. Plan B
I
is
do want the
of course
crusher.
cobwebs, because you never know when those
Why?
might come
Hey, and I pickaxe on the ground. I wonder where that came from.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
You're not menacing this goddamn stable.
Verify him. Oh, my shield.
I made sure I could preserve the goat horn, because that was clearly the most valuable part of your whole setup. We should find that thing anyway. Was that a pillager outpost, or was that just like...
Yeah. Right, I've put like 3 villager outposts down. This is the first one of the morning.
I got a name tag from that, but it just had lapis and torches in it, otherwise it was some melon seeds. But like, to be fair, I'll take it at this point. There's another chest down here though, and oh, golden apple. Still no glow berries though.
Man, I was almost level 32.
Bust.
Oh, I was level 27.
That just means you need to go back down to the deep dark and farm some more stuff.
I'll go visit those guys again. That sounds like a smart call.
Dang it, I need money.
You give smart calls. Things are not going well today.
I'm digging you out of all sorts of trouble.
I'm extorting your money.
You know what? That whole
I'm taking advantage of your religion.
That was very important. Yeah, that's very important to keep this in touch here.
I'm always watching your back, right? I watched your back when the creeper blew it up.
Watch it as it fell down to the bottom of the cave. Wait, these two can totally activate together. See this?
Yeah, no, those two are really close together.
Those are super close.
Yeah, may as well take the cords of this just in case. They're a lot easier now that lighting works the way it does.
Wait, I think you might have a triple spawner. Potentially.
Oh.
There's one right out here too.
There sure is. Okay, yeah, no, that could be... That seems legit. That seems legit. AFK spot right
You're
here.
in business with that.
Hey, okay. Yeah, this is still under the
Like
savannah
if
as
you're
well.
standing over where I am.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
here.
You get 3 of them. Yeah.
Really hoping there'd be some diamonds over here, but
Yeah, I think we're too high up for diamonds now, yeah. The lower we go, the problem is Deep Dark is down there, so I'm like, where'd you go?
couldn't see any diamonds though.
I got some redstone here, I might as well take this. I think there's a couple of areas that don't have Deep Dark in them. We could probably give a try if we want to find deeper caves and potential diamonds.
Yeah. I heard somewhere there's supposed to not be deep dark underneath, but I haven't found it yet. Whoa, cover me!
Oh, now you're talking now.
We're gonna be here a while.
Well, I mean, we're going to be here until it turns out this is flooded. This is the smallest copper vein I've ever seen. Now, I think it carries on this way.
I moved on from Reflector already. I'm not gonna revive horses from Melania. It costs too much anyway.
I thought that's what you were going to do. I was like, why hasn't he killed them yet? Oh, okay.
I'm trying. I'm getting close. The creeper's like 1 hit. Yes!
I've lost so many things in my life before.
13.
The worst one.
Kinda scary how easily I bounce back
You know
from
what? I
them
think I can sell
nowadays.
it to Jimmy.
Yeah, mine shaft down here might not be the worst
Iron,
idea.
golden apples, rails,
Dang! Oh! Hey, I don't know where he was. He said he found a cave spider, so he's been near the spawn, and I just really want to go and find the stuff.
Well, that's not good.
You still have a
It's me,
bow
it's
at
fine.
least?
I don't know where you were.
No, you have something useless.
I got it. Okay, fantastic. Thank God. No, I've been finding more cave spider spawners and lights them up, and like, you mentioned the cave spiders, so I think, where are the spawners?
You got my diamonds, so if anything, we can still have those.
Nice.
Oh, my lord.
It's been a day. It's been a day for you.
Dude, it's been a day. I was like, this would be a nice chill caving session. Here.
It's been all deep dark with cave spiders and creepers.
What? You're joking me.
At least I know which direction you were coming from at that point. That was actually kind of useful. Like, if we get separated, seriously, blow that thing.
I need a single shot.
Flip door.
Yeah. This has got to be diamond territory, right? Surely.
I know, I've been scanning everywhere. I think this cave over here is non-deep darkified.
I mean, yeah. And to what else we've seen, I'll take it. It is surprisingly effective when you do that.
Oh my god, I think I just summoned the warden.
Oh no, are you serious?
It started flashing, I don't know if it's here or not.
How many screams did you hear?
Not green.
One scream and you're good. It's 4 is when the warden comes up. I like the fact that you set off the Skull Shrieker and your first instinct was to blow a goat horn. Diamond number 5. And I think I might leave it there. Oh, I really want to have fortune for this, but you know what? I'm coming! Where are you? Where the heck are you, dude? Wait, is that a geode? Oh, okay. Alright, we're at least getting this. Yes! I can hear you! I thought I'd lost you, my boy!
Oh my god.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh, the horn!
I can see you, dude! Stop blowing your dang trumpet!
I got 2 things you might enjoy, though.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm looking forward to that
Hi,
part.
there you are.
Hi. How you doing?
Yeah, I've got 2 very good things you might enjoy.
Uh-huh.
First off,
Oh!
slime chunk.
Yes! Oh my goodness.
So have some slime balls.
Yep.
Second, I found some glowberries.
Oh, very, very good. Okay, I have 8 diamonds now, which I'm very happy about. I also found some amethyst. Have you got any amethyst yet?
Ooh, I do not.
Alright, have some amethyst shards. I at least want to make a spyglass. I'm like entirely about the
of course.
spyglass right now.
Okay.
Probably,
Ah.
probably craft some of this lapis into blocks, and that will take up a bit
Oh,
of
actually,
space.
that's a very... I kind of forgot that was a thing in this game. Oh, and then you can put that in the bundle. Holy cow, the bundles can hold so much.
Yeah, absolutely they can.
Ooh, I don't want to go down there. I do not want to go down there.
I mean, if you're done finding places you don't want to go down, I'm basically done here if I have this many diamonds.
Yeah, I got 7 diamonds. I think I'm pretty set for now.
I think we probably need to call it before one of us gets killed again. I guess we follow the burning trail of mine shafts. Back to the
I've got this. Dude, please, I've done this run so many times. I know exactly where to go.
Oh, out into the sunshine, the golden sunshine. And it's really weird how much of this was happening just inches away from where I set up my weak bit.
It's all grown pretty much.
Well, thanks for hanging out, man. That's great. I'm so happy that we got to do some caving, and it's
thanks for covering for me on the double creeper incident. 2 creeper deaths.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think I would have learned. Oh well.
yeah. Well, plenty more to learn from, I think. And if you wanna go poke around that cave under your place, maybe let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's a spooky one. Alright, Bex. I'll catch you around, my friend.
Have a good one. And so now here I am returning to the farming life. I actually just want to breed up a bunch of these cows so we can get some leather for an enchanting set.
How much do I have? 4? Let's take advantage of it. Really? I was only gone for a little while. The controller already disconnected.
That's of course where a couple of my diamonds are going to be going, but I think it wouldn't be a good series without starting with a diamond pickaxe. So let's unbundle some of this stuff into a chest probably. Let's throw all of that in there until we get to the diamonds. There they are. Let's make ourselves a diamond pickaxe. And I think, to be honest, we're probably also going to have to go with a hoe and a shovel, and that's going to get us enough diamond tools to leave us with 2 diamonds for an enchanting setup. But at least with the pickaxe I can go mine from the city. And I think I'm going to set up an early storage system just dug into one of the hills around here, because I'm honestly not sure what I plan to do with a starter house. I also need to track down some sugarcane, which doesn't seem to grow on the banks of this grand lake near spawn. There we go, finally found some. Gosh, it's taken forever. There's a little bit more down the river here. But while I'm getting some of this stuff set up here, it's probably a good time to start talking about my
I'm actually gonna buy these.
because it might not be what you expected. See, first of all, we pretty much all agreed that we were done with characters from Season 1. So I'm not going to be the Culper King anymore. I'm probably going to be getting Culper here and there, but it's not going to be my specialty, right? I'm not going to be exporting it to the other empires and making it my whole deal. And I'm pretty sure every other empire on the server is going to be a brand new thing. New characters, new locations, new exports, all of that kind of stuff. So expect everything to be different from Season 1. It's a sequel in the same way that Home Alone 3 was a sequel. It's the same concept with completely different characters. But my theme for this series is also going to be radically different from what most of the others have been doing, because a lot of them are establishing characters and kind of telling that character's story through all the stuff that they build for their empire. They're kind of positioning themselves as the central character. And honestly, that's one of the things that I didn't want to do when we came back for Season 2. In a series where there are 12 of us all trying to tell our own story of which we are the hero, it kind of gets a little bit confusing, and collaboration can be difficult for somebody like me who tries to keep everything straight in the head. And that's part of why initially I wasn't sure if I was going to come back for Season 2 of Empires at all. But then I had probably one of my favourite ideas that I've had in Minecraft for a long time. And where it really started was hearing Flip talk about how he wanted to take the dragons.
Here's a question.
Well, he meant this in terms of like character.
How many hearts did you guys have before you tried taking the Master Sword? I'm not surprised I tried taking the Master Sword before.
What if there was somebody whose job it was to steer things
just on a whim. Even though they knew they didn't have enough hearts. Maybe they thought they could be clever by using some yellow hearts.
Something as big as this. And I pitched the idea to Flip, and he seemed like he was on board. And then I pitched the idea to the rest of the group, and they seemed like they were into it. So while everybody else is out there telling their own stories, telling the story of their empire's present and its future, I am going to be telling the story of the world. I like doing this world building kind of stuff a little bit more than I like the roleplay side of things and acting as a character. So the character stuff is going to take a bit of a back seat for me, but my empire is going to be hearts.
And how many
and this is a really
hearts did you have when you decided to retake it? Or rather, how many hearts did you have when you finally got the Master Sword for the first time?
Dungeons and relics and cool stuff.
Mine was actually pretty clutch. I had 13 hearts. Like, I doubted myself, but I kept going, and then I was like, wow, I had just exactly enough hearts. And that was pretty epic.
Mountains around here, the grass is kind of a little bit withered looking. I think it kind of makes sense for what I want to do. But I'm planning on building some stuff around spawn, especially at this lake. I love the lake so much. I think it adds so much to this area, and here and there throughout the world, in areas where the other empires aren't building, I'm going to be leaving kind of dungeons and a bunch of really cool stuff for them to find, as though it has been left behind as a relic of the civilization's past. Now, the fact that I'm not really participating in the roleplay and character building side of things does not mean I won't be showing up in other people's videos, because I really want to participate as a group here. So if I have a character of sorts, they're probably going to be like a historian or an archaeologist or somebody who is really out here to dig at the roots of the world, but I'm not going to necessarily be building that character over the course of the season and having them go through an emotional arc. What I want to study is the emotional arc of the world itself, how it came to be, the way it is. And so I'm kind of like a doorkeeper or dungeon master for the world itself. And I'm not necessarily going to be dictating what's happening in everybody else's series as the dungeon master potentially would. Instead, I'm just going to be working on world building and making this world more alive and interesting. So that's really why getting set up and getting a strong start here is going to be a priority for me, because I want to make sure I can get to decent level tools pretty fast, maybe even get hold of a beacon so that I can go mining stone, because I'm going to need a lot of stone to build all of the ruins and stuff that I'm planning here. Anyway, hopefully now you're all caught up, I'm going to go farm some sugarcane and some leather, and hopefully we'll get an enchanting setting together. Oh yeah, one last thing. I decided it was probably going to be a good idea to have a different skin for this series, and have one from the start this time. So I commissioned SEC, made my copper pink coat from the last season, to make me a new skin that's going to fit in with the vibe of Here we go! Ta-da! Pretty good, right? I really like this. It's kind of got an Indiana Jones Uncharted kind of vibe that I really dig. I've even got a little backpack and everything, which is kind of adorable. And even though it's going to be under my armor for some of the series, we'll do our best to show this skin off when we can. After all, if we're going to be digging into the past of this world, we might as well look. Finally, an enchanting setup has come together, and all I need now is the last couple of levels that will take me to a level 30 enchantment. But efficiency 4 is waiting for me in the enchanting table, so I am hoping, cross the fingers, we get something. It's kind of traditional for me at this point to do my first enchantments on camera, so I think I'll do a little bit more caving, maybe go away with some coal or something if we can, and we'll see what we end up with. Alright, 30 levels and a spyglass have been acquired. I did end up getting a fair amount of copper, which is really useful XP actually. Let's throw this in here, and let's bring some lapis with us when we do it, and let's see if we get anything more than efficiency 4. Unbreaking 3, alright, I'll take it, because honestly this pickaxe is a bit the worst for wear as it is. Now, you may notice that there's a couple of differences with the enchantment glow. That's all a resource pack that Whip has applied to the entire server. It's why leaves look bushy, it's why the sugarcane and the wheat look a little bit different. That is why even though the tools are enchanted, you'll only see those occasional glowing lines. I think some people have some texture packs and models planned for their equipment and stuff further down the line, and that's kind of why we want the enchantment glow to be on, to want that to take over the look of people's hard work on the custom tools and everything like that. But while it's no fortune, this does at least mean I can go mining for a little bit longer, and I think if I try and get some more enchanted books, I will hopefully come out with Fortune 3 or Silk Touch. Oh, and I have a cow's head from all of that. Yes, we have a head. But something tells me cow archaeologist isn't quite what I'm going. Enchantment number 2, this time for the hoe. Let's see if we end up getting... Oh, almost. I really wanted Silk Touch on that. And at least now this pickaxe is good. I can explore some alternatives.
Yeah, why won't you stop marking?
Oh, Fortune 3. If only that had been the diamond one. Still, I think in the interests of keeping the history of this area alive, why don't we go and restore that ruined nether portal up there? And in the interest of keeping ourselves alive, how about we gear up properly before we try and go to the nether? Alright, let's do this. Ooh, looks like, Nether Ravine, Crimson Forest. Okay, not too bad. Plenty of quartz around, that's really what I'm looking for. So that's XP sorted for the minute at least. I really don't like getting fortune shovels. Sharpness on sword, though, that I don't mind. And in times like these, there's really no substitute for some good old-fashioned mining. Especially if I run into a mob spawner, and especially if I run into some diamonds. So let's at least get the sword out of the way. Sharpness 3 low. Perhaps another shovel. Yes! Oh, that's good. That's very, very good. Oh. Someone's getting in trouble. Oh, cheeky diagonal vein. Oh, yes, and more. I'll take it. Now, that's more like it. Pretty good. And we are right next to a patch of the deep dark, but I don't care, because I found the last diamonds I need. That should be good. So if Fortune 3 is showing up on an axe, then that means, theoretically, it's showing up on a pickaxe as well. Yes, Fortune 3 on a pickaxe. Fantastic. And efficiency 4. Hey, not too bad. We just need a break for that. And now we can finally make some diamond armor, preparing an anvil for this just in case. Hey, protection 3, not too bad. Oh, come on now. Come on now. There's a fortress right here. Okay. I'm sure somebody has found this by now, but we might as well go take a look. Blaze spawner number 1, blaze spawner number 2. Fantastic. Trade with me, piglin friend. Yes. Oh, first try, thank you. I'm just going to rearrange bits of this so they have a slightly easier time spawning. 3 minutes of fire resistance, only 2 blaze rods.
Welcome to the Goblin Cave Empire.
Oh my goodness.
Went out around a few of you, and I found the end stronghold. It's open. The portal's been open. And I went to a bunch of you, and y'all said you didn't go. Does anybody know what happened there?
Nope.
What?
No idea.
Okay, well, you want to go investigate with me? See what the heck's going on in there?
I think we better had, yeah.
Wait, we just started. Oh, should we go?
Is this safe?
If it's a trap, somebody's done that very quickly. But then again, you build all this.
This sounds like a Lizzie trap.
I promise this time it wasn't me.
I can tell with that big brain in your massive head. Well, it's in the mines this way. Let's go. Guys, go.
Okay.
Very grand mine entrance, I swear.
Look, we'll be careful.
Secret mines. I don't remember what the portal is, because... it's over here.
Time to look around.
Everyone spread out?
I know it's up. It's up. Just find a staircase up, and then it's down. Oh, yeah, here we go. I remember this. Now I knew exactly where Delph that's about it. Yeah, here it is. That's way. Up. No way.
Who could have
Wait,
done
you did it. I didn't do it.
Alex, you did it.
No,
this?
wait.
This is
Joseph.
really weird.
Me?
Right,
You think
I said
did
Joseph. I said Joseph. Is your name Joseph? So, do we go figure this out?
What? Wait, there's another
Oh,
Joseph?
why is that confusing to you?
Oh, yeah, I guess Jerry is new. Let's go!
Oh my god! You pushed me!
Come on,
I
let's try this.
Let's be careful here, let's be careful.
Alright.
I got this.
Sausage's got this.
Don't
What
worry
if
about
it's
it.
hungry? I'll defend you all.
Right. Get ready, get your weapons out! Single file, one at a time.
All I have is a stone sword.
Jimmy!
They're already getting attacked by
What are
Endermen,
these
but...
floating eyeballs?
Oh my gosh.
Where's the dragon, guys?
Let me try to... no. Now whatever, let's just continue going to Rito. Actually, let me sell some stuff first. And if possible, I'd like to re-die.
Hey!
Oh. 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 Ah. Ah.
My maximum arrow player capacity is 100.
Hey!
Alright, it works, it seems. Why not? Let's go for white. Never mind.
Hey.
Hey, so, oh, that was a mistake.
how you been? How was the return trip?
It was pretty bad. I was going back home, 3,000 blocks away, in the walk of shame.
Yes, well, in the meantime, I've taken the liberty of digging your grave.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, wait, here, some body parts travel interdimensionally.
There you go. You can pop that on there. If you wanna exhume yourself, go right ahead, because.
Oh, that's how fast this is. Exhuming I've ever done. Oh, so sad. Sad day. Oh, look at all
Nothing
this
for
stuff.
Brown.
Yeah, listen,
I mean,
I'm bowing right now. This instance, I will go into every end island.
Yeah, I'll go for black.
One for me, because I'm gonna die.
Actually, how about gray?
And then one for you. I won't get it for you. Just watch. I'm doing it right now.
I mean, I can offer you some help with that. Actually, I was saving up some gunpowder and paper for a rainy day. But I mean, if you want to do a bit of exploring, or maybe just have a nicer trip back home, then there you go, buddy.
Gray it is then.
Savior, thank you so much. You know what? You just watch what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna shower you with gifts. You just watch. Yeah, I'm not used to this like yet. You know, this is literally like day 3 or something.
I mean, yes. I mean, the boxes were all I wanted to begin with, but like some wings would have been the icing.
The
on cake,
cutscene's not the same without the HD Rumble feature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very sacred ground.
If you could toss my shovel back in
For the
this direction
controller.
as well.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, take that. I'm not one yet.
There we go.
I'll be back. I will bring. Oh, listen, and here you can have this unexplored map right there as well
heck yeah.
as extra treasure.
Oh. Oh, very nice. Oh gosh, yeah, there's a big X on it and everything. Wow. All right, I'll go looking for that. Nice. Well, thank you very much. Safe return journey, and hopefully it'll feel better than last time.
I'll return. Good luck. I'm gonna kiss Uncle Fester's head. Thank you, Pigs. I'll be back.
See you later, buddy.
Bye. No kinetic energy death, please. Oh God, help.
Alas, poor mythical sausage. But since that meeting and since our trip to the end where I didn't get an Electro, by the way, but hopefully we'll be able to go out and get one in the near future, I have been busy. I have definitely not been idle. I've also not been building, and that's something I hope to resolve later in this episode. We're going to get to that. In the meantime, though, I wanted a bit of a source of XP, and I wanted to do something fun with the triple spider spawner that I found while I was caving with Whip the other day. So I dug on down to it from this little ravine in the landscape. We'll have a better way of accessing this a little bit later if it's something I end up using, but I have been digging out the area around each of these cave spider spawners so that we can combine them all into one mega farm. But then I had a thought. Cave spiders are kind of annoying to deal with in general. Nobody really likes farming cave spiders, but what if we could turn this into a farm that uses Skulk? So I did a couple of quick tests and a bit of testing in a creative lab world just so I could see if the concept will work, and I think we're gonna end up with a system where we turn basically this entire floor into Skulk blocks and have them projected up towards where the player is standing at an AFK spot.
I want the claymore.
Here. Now it is kind of ambitious, but I also like that about it. I think we can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. Now this is going to start off as an XP farm because I can just farm all of the Skulk blocks with a hoe and get a bunch of XP without ever having to interact with the cave spiders at all. But then later on, of course, it's going to be a farm for Skulk blocks themselves, which I think we'll probably do a fair bit with in this series. And if nothing else, it'll be a way of tackling a cave spider farm that I've never really tried with. The spiders are going to fall into trays of flowing water that will feed them down into one of these holes, where they'll die from fall damage, and a Skulk catalyst is going to convert all of the blocks around them into Skulk. We'll set up a stone generator down there, a piston feed tape to bring all of the Skulk blocks back up to where the player is standing, and you might even be able to just stand there, holding down with the left mouse above the AFK, farming all of the Skulk. I like this idea, so let's get building. Deep in the darkness, at the heart of the world, cavern buried under layers of rock, there dwells the machine. Wreckage was first discovered. No one could find any record of who built it, or how, or why. It simply existed. their tools, their boots, between their hands, they emerged stronger than before.
Morning.
Oh, hey! You came out of nowhere.
It's nice got here.
Yeah, sorry I haven't exactly started building anything yet. I wasn't expecting a royal visit.
Well, it looks like quite a little place. Farm.
you don't even know.
What technology?
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes around here. So hey, what's up?
I am in need of strength.
I may have you covered. How much do you need?
Well enough for 5 bows.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know I can do that easily. Give me 2 seconds here. Here you go. Here's the bundle for you.
Bundle? Whoa! Oh.
Yeah, you kind of throw stuff out of it onto the ground, but they're super useful.
Oh.
Made with string as well, so if I gave you a little extra, you can make some more if you want.
That's epic, thank you. Well, I have brought you a honeycomb.
Oh, amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for the
Hey,
strength.
Gemini?
Walking home.
I thought
Yeah,
she's
it's probably a
in
long
Hermitcraft. Holy shit, what a
Best of
workaholic.
luck.
The longest walk
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, no, I need to get started on building some roads around here so people are.
I thought her voice was
know which way
familiar.
they're going.
That'd be helpful. The savannah's very confusing, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things.
Very confusing place, but it's only going to get worse soon.
I'm excited. Welcome to building.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the honeycomb.
Thanks for the string.
What the heck is up with this?
I was trying to see if I got an achievement for looking at
The
you.
motion control's also acting up weirdly.
Somebody should make up what it's called right now.
They really should. I mean,
Pigs fly.
I think that used to be an achievement, didn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, well, it sounds like one. If it isn't, it should have been.
Blast from the past.
Guess what?
Oh, what?
Guess what I got?
What do you got?
I've been out. I've been doing things. I have stuff for you. I told you I was gonna get it. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Here, have some bamboo. Just
Hey!
cut it out, huh?
Yes. Oh my goodness, I need scaffolding so badly. Thank you.
Just a little palate cleanse before the main event. Okay, ready?
Oh,
Okay?
it's like
And I heard.
a bamboo sorbet. I like it.
Oh yeah, man. So this is the. Oh man, hold on. Let me tell the artist. Give me a second.
Write that down right now.
Artist! Now watch this. I heard you have a spotter that might require something like this.
Of course. Made of arthropods. I mean, do you want to see the spawner? Because there is a catch, and I might not be needing that after all.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's fine. Okay, good. But this is the main event. This is it. Thank you so much. You can take one of
Oh, how lovely. Thank you so much, man. I was going to have such a hard time going back out to the end after you and I think Joel ransacked the end city so
Oh
much.
yeah. Joel has 6. I have 6 also. So don't go anywhere south or anywhere north.
Normally on the line to that.
It's fine. You know what we have to do? Just in case you don't get what people need it, or I'm not gonna board them like Joel, who's not offering it to anybody. That man, that God, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, he was a lot taller last time I saw him as well, yeah, so maybe better not mess with him. But, while you're over here, I think, I think I saw somebody flying from the distance.
Oh, I see somebody.
Speaking of which, oh no.
That's the man. That's the God.
We may be getting a visit from
Oh my
right now.
God.
He's got to steal my calcite, one or the other.
Oh, he's getting that calcite. I see him. That God right there loves that fight block. There he goes. I see him.
I need to deal with this.
What do you think your calcite goes on?
Hello, Joel?
There's a giant God up here. We saw him.
Joel, are you stealing my calcite? I need that. We've rumbled him. He's been found out. Anyway, come back over this way. I'll show you the spawner. There you go. Tactical log out. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Anyway, come down here. The entrance isn't super formalized yet, but it's pretty special to get down there. Me and Twit found a triple spider spawner, so yes, the Maid of Arthropods would have come in useful if I'd done the normal thing with it. But instead, I have invented a machine. And so this thing makes sculpt blocks for me now. It does. Do you have any blocks on you? Can you like pillar up the side of this? Because I don't really have like a great entrance for it yet. Here. Let me just throw you some cobblestone. I have a bunch of cobblestone. Just grab that. and pillar up the side of this so that we can stand on the AFK spot and you can see what happens.
This is complicated, Vic. I don't know what's that going on over here. Oh.
So it helps if you have a hoe that doesn't have Silk Touch so that you can mine it all for the XP. But what I've been doing is gathering it layer by layer. The occasional other block comes through because it's generating stone down there. But
that's so cool.
This is my XP
They just
farm.
die down there?
Yeah, the spiders get pushed around by water streams. They die down there. A stone generator generates it basically every time they drop down there, because it's picking up the fact that they drop string down there on the floor, and a minecart picks that up whenever it delivers it back to the hoppers. That basically triggers the whole system to generate more stone.
You're the most sciencey archaeologist I've ever met.
I mean, this
is pure science.
It's yeah, a lot of research has gone into making this basically. So
it looks like it does. Oh my god, look at all that goes. Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's aside from the occasional hiccup with cobblestone, it's basically printing sculpt blocks for me.
Oh, I see it. I saw it working.
Yeah, and it does occasionally also produce sculpt sensors, sculpt shriekers. Yeah, you get a few side effects from stuff like that, but for the most part it's stable, and I've actually got to fully enchanted gear basically just by using this. I did have to kill a lot of cave spiders to do it, but it was worth it in the end.
You get XP. How many XP you get like off like one little row?
I mean, you get 1 XP per block, but it generates 5 blocks every time you kill a cave spider on it. So it's basically
XP farm.
It's like a 1-for-1 thing, and if I have if I have mending and unbreaking on a hoe, I can probably farm XP this way.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, did you get a mending boy?
Yeah, I did. I managed to find a villager in a distant village who would trade me mending. So most of my stuff has mending. I can probably like trade somebody else for another book to get the Elytra all mended up, but I think that's going to be plain sailing.
Okay, I got an unbreaking gun, but they're so expensive. They're like 48. I gave up. I'm trying to get more.
Unbreaking's worth it though, man. Unbreaking is the one thing I find it hardest to get out of an enchanting table.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up zombifying him later, but I'll go he's cheaper. But if you need him right now, he's right at my dock here.
Awesome, cool.
Oh, what a great day this is! I've done so much. I got so many supplies. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I got XP. Oh, the sheriff and I are like best friends now.
Oh, awesome!
This is the greatest day.
Nice.
Oh.
Glad the sheriff is out there making friends, because you know sometimes people want to tangle with the law, and it doesn't always work out well for them.
Yeah, you gotta go straight to the law and be nice to them. So, cover them up in case you do anything illegal by accident.
I think going straight is going to be a little difficult for Scott, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I've basically gotten used to navigating this rat nest of tunnels down here, like it's without a light trip, it's kind of chaotic, but hopefully we'll restore a little bit of order.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Hunting guys at night now.
This is what the weapon looks like.
Hunting thing. Feel like no one's here.
Yeah,
which I think is going to look like a really cool column for like some ruins and some worn out old buildings that have just been weathered over time. I think that's going to be perfect for doing the building over there in the savannah. It does take a little bit of time to farm the salt, but luckily in the nether it's faster. I had to go north to one of the frozen biomes to get hold of some blue ice from the frozen ocean, and the soul soil I actually ended up using the soul campfire trick because I got some soul sand from an nether fortress, but I have no idea where a Soul Sand Valley is, and without any unbreaking on my Elytra, even though it's got mending right now, I am a little bit reticent to go anywhere further out in the nether. I've also been farming all of the different types of wood, pretty much, except for, ironically enough, acacia. Because I don't know if I'm going to be building with that right away. That might go really well with the basalt, but I'll have to see where I can fit it into some of this stuff. I also don't know where parts like Soul Sand Valley. No idea where we're going to get that. And then this last space here is reserved for mangrove. And while I know where a mangrove swamp is, I also want to go and visit the local resident who is there. So I'll have to see if we can save that for episode 3, I think. In the meantime, we're going to go back down and visit the machine, which has honestly been going through a few teething problems. I managed to get rid of most of those by getting rid of some of the blocks around here, because the cave spiders were choosing blocks outside of here to pathfind towards, and that was causing a little bit of chaos. There is also the occasional glow squid that spawns in here, although they are less common and they tend to stay in there for a little while. The main thing I'm finding though is that sometimes the sculk blocks just don't spread, and it may be that they're spreading.
I'm gonna go get the
material
Master
around
Sword.
the outside of the farm, and maybe that these sculk catalysts are moving those blocks to somewhere outside of my reach. So I'm wondering if maybe I should elevate these sculk centers a little bit higher up. There is obviously the problem of the spiders falling onto them if I do
I may as well get to Rito first. Yeah, I'll get to Rito and end the video there.
Generator are potentially going to be a problem. I'll be honest, even though the Sculk XP method may not be the best thing for me right now, it's probably going to be better in a different context if we have a much more productive spawner farm or something like that. Let stuff into a storage system later. I'm still really like, despite the fact that it's pushing stone out of here right now, I actually kind of need a lot of stone.
Dang it, what a waste.
So I'm actually fine cleaning that up until the machine gets over this recent hiccup and starts producing sculk blocks, which it seems like it's doing now. But mostly I just like the story of the machine. It's kind of creepy, and trust me, it's not all going to be that creepy. I'm not going to just be telling horror stories in every episode, but I kind of like the idea that the world has these darker, more dangerous aspects to it that are just lurking outside in the caves and so on. It kind of ties in with the new stuff. I've heard people say Minecraft is a horror game now, so it's not telling horror stories every so often. Once I get mending and
It's always been a horror game, man.
Races, my Elytra is looking a bit healthier already, and I'm a lot happier now that we've got a decent source of XP. Wait, one more thing. Live right down, Sheriff. Live right down.
I'm ignoring the tower.
And that thing's giving me enough sculk shrinkers. I'm thinking I need to go farm one of his wagon. Do that very funny, let's go do this. Him and Jeff ran into the water in their video. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything of water in my life. It's gonna be great. I'm just gonna get some gunpowder so I can make a quick getaway. I'm just gonna check that this works. Those two down, and if I stand anywhere near the shrieker, yep. Amazing. Okay, and it's not gonna spawn the water or anything, because they don't do that unless they are actually generated quite well. It's like buried in a deep sleep. This is the most amazing. Things happen. Here it is, the Mesa. The wagon. I'm also gonna warn people who respect the law and the sheriff. He must have storage. He said, yeah, no, he's got storage in here. Okay, well, we're gonna tunnel underneath this. I reckon we need to be about a couple of blocks down. So as soon as it comes anywhere near this, one of those there, cover that up. Oh, that's gonna be such a great note. As soon as he walks over here, yeah.
Oh my.
Alright, that's incredible. I don't know when he's gonna be back.
For a land ruled by flag people, there sure are a lot of
I feel like we at least need to give
ground and rock enemies.
otherwise that's just gonna be traumatizing.
They may have conquered the sky, but they certainly don't know what to do with their land.
And honestly, if he asks and he calls me out about it, I'm just gonna say that the Shrieker is there to let him know there's a vending book there. Alright, that's all buried in there. I need to keep recording because I'm gonna run out of hard drive space. I'll try and hit record as soon as he gets back. Okay, I think he's on his way back. I don't know if he's going to stop by the wagon or if he's just going to go straight to Mythical Sausages. I think he's on his way. Oh, he's stuck in his chat. It's so close. There he is, I see his name tag. He's going to do it. Yes! He's so confused. Oh, that's incredible. knows it's me. He absolutely knows it's me.
Where's he put that? No, it's a shulker thing. It's a sculpt thing.
Oh, Jimmy, it's under the wagon. It's under the wagon,
I
buddy.
don't even know where that is.
Alright, that'll do. That'll do for today, I think. Next time I'm going to put a bass drum note block down there so it does the heartbeat as well. I think that's going to be so good. Well, the sheriff sure has got himself into a pickle, and that's where we're going to leave this episode from Empires. I didn't even get to do an outro last time, because we had that whole thing with the dragon not being there. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed a little bit of the fun we've been having on this server so far. It's only going to get better from here. Leave a like on this episode if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you folks soon. Take care. Bye for now.
I've almost caught back up to my old progress. Quickly, too, might I add. That has to do with the fact that I have experience and some good luck. And so far, no crashes. At least random ones. Sure, there was that one time with the freaking zap shrooms. But that was technically my fault. But yeah. Let's hope I can beat the game.